Task lists, replace mouse and keyboard. Yes. Buy speakers compatible with PC, connect to the internet. Ethernet port is completely broken. Check chronolog software. Should be my start menu at the bottom left corner of my desktop. Welcome to chronolog. Select an entry to read its contents or create a new one to get started. Happy journaling. For the brightest lass in the 7 seas, every day it becomes a bit harder for me to remember. Every once in a while, I'll have what my doctor calls lucid periods and recall memories I may never think of again. I leave you this information along with my computer. There are other users, the previous owner of this computer. There's a strange program called Desktop Explorer. It's inside the Open Me folder on my desktop. Password for you is your nickname. It's all related to the disappearance of someone I cared about. In this computer, you'll find my most intimate thoughts. I trust you with them since the only thing I admire more than your wits is your kind heart. I want to end this letter with a poem. If we're apart, look at the moon, for I will do too. If I'm gone, look at the stars, for I am with you. Goodbye, Guppy, your uncle. Welcome to chronolog. Right entry. This detective log today was the last day before my uncle left for intensive care. It was very surreal having him hug me while I was crying because he didn't even know why I was so sad in the first place. This is his old computer. Replaced the mouse, keyboard, and speakers, but I couldn't hook it up to any internet connection. Doesn't really matter, everything I need is here. Just read the letter he left me. I thought I had no more tears left in me, but I was wrong. I feel like this is the start of a detective mission. It's time to install Desktop Explorer and see what this is about. Password for the folder. Uncle Hal was the only one to call me by that nickname. This one's for you, Captain Halibut. I'm writing right now. Who got it up? It's associative amnesia. It's not the same accent, it annoys me. Oh, thank you for installing Desktop Explorer. Wait a second, I remember you. Do you remember me? It's your old friend, Zaro. I don't blame you. After all, it's been a while, hasn't it? Go over everything as it were your first time installing Desktop Explorer. Ahem. Desktop Explorer offers the best experience when understanding the user's needs. Let's see what we're working with. I see you're a pretty average user. Nothing wrong with that. You're presented with puzzles around basic computer usage. Pretty simple stuff. Puzzles will look like this. Your goal is to find the password and unlock the next puzzle folder. It won't always be this easy, though. Also, submenus are your friends. Most programs have submenus. These tools could come in handy, you know. Who knows what you might find. These puzzles will test your ability to think outside the box. Grill's your oyster. Cool. Be creative and have fun. Try to keep it in. What was that? Take your time, my friend. Good luck. Okay. Oh. Remember, if you ever need a system tip, just click on that light bulb icon on your taskbar below me. I'll do my best to help you out. You're lost. You find yourself between the sea and the lush forest, dragging your feet in the sand on a beach you've never seen before. Aside from your wits and senses, you bear only a small compass which has been damaged in a fall. Among the shore's dark rocks, you spot what looks to be the entrance of a cave. Approaching it reveals that its entrance is narrower than you anticipated. Letters written in the sand start fading away as it starts to rain heavily. Before taking shelter, you manage to read some of it. You assume the cave's name. Sure. Good job, and with that, we start our adventure. Chant my name, O child, and your voice will bear my fire. Dusk surrounds me. Rene likes my cat. As you glance up inside your new shelter, you notice a few cracks between the boulders on top. We realize the lack of natural light in here. Despite not being able to see much in the cave's darkness, you stumble upon a stick next to a rolled-up scroll. If you open it, you discover it's comically long. Nice, the light from this torch is as bright as you. Barely pronouncing the name you read, the tip of the stick you were holding kindled into a soft flame. Now hold a torch of suspicious origin. With a newly lit path, you press on to a room with a wide strip of papyrus on the floor. Notice strokes and writing scattered on it, along with some suspicious-looking creases. You read, "Answer quickly and answer proud. Oh, solve my riddle, say it out loud. I garden the flowers with my hose. What you know it, I use my nose. The rest is lost within the paper's folded format." But you wouldn't call it a nose. What would you call it? Nobody knows, but here lies the answer. I've noticed that I keep writing depressive thoughts, so today I will write about one of my favorite memories. Don't remember the exact date, but this was the birth of the short-lived angler trio, little Guppy's first fishing trip, and she blessed us with a honey hole. I filled the boat so fast that old Walleye started singing again. When we got home, we toasted with pap and baby formula. Oh, how I miss you, big bro. My memory might falter sometimes, but I won't forget you anytime soon since Guppy has your melancholic eyes. It's funny how I can't think of us three without our code names, but I wouldn't have it any other way. As long as our young glass breathes, the angler trio lives on. It doesn't say elephant. Don't you love riddles? As you solve the riddle after folding the papyrus, elephant's trunk points to a path in the distance. Was it always there? Make your way through this passageway, which leads to an empty and closed space within the cavern. It seems to be a dead end. Just as you start to lose hope and begin to head back, you recall words of advice from a detective show you watched as a kid. Read between the lines and find the source of truth. Only then will you crack the code. You think there's no lines on these cave walls? Detective or not, what am I supposed to do? Just to be dead. Switch code. On your left, you notice that your wall is thinner than the others. The word salve is inscribed on it. Now look at Mr. Hacker over here. You're thorough. Watching all those detective shows has definitely paid off. Passing both of your hands over the cave's wall has revealed it to be different from all the others. A light push is all that is needed for it to crumble. In between the neat grooves, you encounter 3 doors. 2 of them lie beside you, and the largest one in front of you. Below the central door, there's a yellow key. Try your luck using it, but the door won't budge. There's an engraving on the key, but it's very hard to read. As you open it, you see just a wall with a rune inscription painted on it. Below the rune, you see a word in an alphabet you can read. This is the name of the rune. As you open it, you see just a wall with a rune inscription painted on it. Below the rune, you see a word in alphabet you can read. Is this related to the other door? Rename it. Next, always can't convert the file to the extensions with the properties. know Pizarro is the name of a famous explorer. Okay, what else you got? Don't you love computers? Beep boop. We love you too. Hold the key tightly and concentrate. Very close, but you struggle to form a clear image in your mind. You hold the key and concentrate. You're very close, but you struggle to form a clear image in your mind. Every lock obeys. Okay, imagination. Sure. Reshape the key and reveal its message. You turn the lock with it. A small chamber like a closet is behind a big central door. The rock walls of this compartment are completely covered with the same etched phrase. Dare to say my name. You know from experience that speaking aloud holds some type of power. Examining the room, you are sure that the only way forward is to call their name, whatever it may be. Who wrote these words anyway? They didn't write their name on the wall, but still you feel as if you could figure out who the author behind these etchings is. My doctor suggested that I write about this line by line, so I'll give it a go. My big brother died on a rainy day. The rain wasn't enough to smother the flames. I couldn't help at all. I trembled for hours during that day. My big brother couldn't escape in time. I saw his face and body engulfed in fire. The thing did not look like my big brother. This is stupid. I don't need to recount step by step how my brother looked like a ghoul in his last moments. How is that supposed to help me? How is this supposed to end my headaches? I just ruined my morning with this. And if I forget everything like everybody says, how is it that I can't forget my brother's withered face? How is that for amnesia? Have you drank any water lately? I don't need to because I'm a notepad. Putting torches just for words might be a good idea to remember that name. I'm stumped on this one. Oh, man. Hmm. Message returned unlocked. The small chamber didn't realize I was behind the big central wall. The walls of this apartment were completely covered with the same etched phrase dared to say my name. Author? Was it that simple? Jesus. Are you thinking what kind of name is that, though? Cool. I didn't know you saw. You sure did? As you pass your hand through the wall, the thought of a name you can't pronounce zooms through your mind. You close your eyes and shake your head briefly. As you open them again, in front of you, the darkest passage so far is revealed to you. You delve inside, the torch you carry barely lights your arm, while everything else is completely lost in blackness. Shortly after, you start to doubt yourself and think of heading back. Vision becomes completely devoid of light. As the last spark from the stick expires, rather than panicking, calm surrounds you. Somehow you feel even more capable of revealing what's hidden in the dark. Concentrate on your field of view. There's a way to reveal what is not meant to be seen. Brief moment, you sense something behind you between the crevices of the wall. You're barely able to see what appears to be a human figure. After focusing for a bit, you make out a withered face and a set of melancholic eyes. Hang on. As you take your first steps towards it, the stranger runs off, leaving the sound of pebbles tumbling on the ground. Why is that the same description used for the character? The improvement of your vision has reached its peak. The dark still hinders your sight, but you feel comfortable moving within it. You even start noticing details in walls beyond arm's reach. You find a boulder next to you with an engraved warning. Keep out. Reaching this point must have required courage, but going past it is utter foolishness. Heed my words and turn back now before it's too late, Sandra. Nothing gets past you. Fishermen have great eyesight, I guess. Ignore Cassandra's warning and press on only to find a contrasting scene. Common lighted room surrounded by stalagmites. You can clearly see the way forward, but your intuition tells you that these stalagmites are worthy of attention. This short break soothes your anxiety. Continue on. You can see carved symbols on some of the stalagmites. Continuing the trail past the stalagmite scene, you reach an uneventful dead end. Based on your experience during this exploration, you are convinced there's something more that meets the eye. Spend the following hour inspecting every crevice of the walls that surround you. Now you can be absolutely certain there is no path forward. While scratching your head, pondering on what to do next, you hear a loud thunk far off behind the cave. The stalagmite formation must have a purpose. It sounded like it might have come from the entrance. What happened to this puzzle? I don't remember these files being here earlier. What's going on? Even after retracing your steps perfectly, you doubt your sense of direction. The cave's mouth is nowhere to be seen. It's only when you find the scroll from the beginning of your adventure on the ground that you hear the storm outside. You've successfully backtracked to the entrance, but the landscape has changed. The only exit from this cavern to the shore has now been replaced by walls of stalagmites. On the ground lies a chisel of some kind. You could use it to carve some symbols into this new landscape. Your sense tells you there's something hidden here. You've seen stalagmites before. Good job, Puzzle 8. Things are getting a bit weird, though. Why don't you stop here for today? The moment you stop carving, well before you start to move, as if a small earthquake takes over the cave. The landscape revealed in front of you is now a long hall-like chamber. It resembles an auditorium or altar. The features seem designed by humans, yet shaped by regular erosion. At the center, you find an empty stretch of space surrounded by unordered piles of stones. Engraved on the ground, you read the following message: when the path towards truth is unknown, nature will lead me through stacking stones. You wonder if something is missing here. There's also a detailed mural in the back of the room, and you can't shake the feeling that it's hiding a different story. Should you take this advice literally? You've been finding strange flat stones around the cave. day I remembered something delightful, so I write about it and make it harder to forget. With the smell of cake in the oven, my nostrils tickled and I couldn't shake the image of her, smiling at me. I think of her not only as the model of the perfect mother, but also as the ideal wife. I know I've dreamed of having a family for as long as I can remember, but I can't help feeling nauseous knowing I basically took over another man's household. What? It's not my fault that a woman and child needed the presence of a father. I only wish to help. Why do I feel guilty when the only one at fault is their absent old man? Rambling again, my sweet memories tarnished by sour shame. What would my brother think of me? Hmm. 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 That's not S. L. Where's medium?